Hello, moviegoers, and welcome to another edition of Have You Seen It? I'm your host, Denise, and I'm going to get right into this week's review. This review is from the movie It Ends With Us. It stars Blake Lively, Jason Baldoni, Brandon Sklenar, Jenny Slate, and Hassan Minhaj and Amy Morton. Wow. Let me say first that this movie was nothing like what I expected. I'm thinking just from the title of the movie and the two main characters, two very attractive individuals, I'm thinking straight up rom-com, okay? But once this movie started rolling, I realized that, okay, something else is going on here. Not sure what, but I quickly found out. So, Blake Lively's character is Lily Bloom. And she is a woman who has overcome, a traumatic experience during her childhood. So she is quite the creative person when it comes to flowers and everything organic, flowers and leaves and trees and those sorts of things. So her dream was to open her own flower shop where she creates these beautiful, interesting, unique floral displays and decorations, and just her artistry in that area is quite wonderful to look at. Once she gets her shop open and up and running, it's decorated very nicely done. So she, has left her hometown with her mom, and she's, started anew with this business. And not long after arriving there, she's got to find a place to live, and she makes an acquaintance with a very, very handsome neurosurgeon. They meet quite by chance on the rooftop of this condominium building where, they have awkward chit chat to begin with, but clearly you see some sparks flying. So you've got a lot of smooth talking, innuendo going on, and it's clear that this is either going to lead to something right away or very soon after. So you fast forward, and the gentleman that Lily Bloom has met is actually the brother of the woman she has hired to work in her shop with her. So, they hit it off. They're going on dates and getting to know each other, and, sparks are flying all over the place. There's, chemistry. They are clearly on to something in terms of a possible relationship. You fast forward, a relationship does develop, and in one situation at home, they're now living in this beautiful luxury condominium, and an incident occurs, and it kind of startles her, and she's kind of like, okay. And as the viewer, when I was watching this, maybe I blinked because this particular scene happened so quickly that I thought, well, is she overreacting, or did I see what I think I saw? And so she just has in the back of her head, something happened here. I'm not really comfortable with it. But, the couple, they kind of squash it and just kind of things kind of work out. Well, in this movie, there are flashbacks of Lily's life as a teenager in high school, and she had a boyfriend in high school, and they got along swimmingly, but their paths went separate ways. He went into the military, and she, moved on with her career and her life. Well, the two of them meet up again quite by chance. Neither of them knows the other is living in the same town, living their lives, doing their thing. But they meet. The situation is a little uncomfortable because it's in a public place and other people are around. So right then you see that the boyfriend that she has now could be a little jealous. So as the movie progresses, this movie that I thought was a rom-com is now one that involves domestic violence. And it is quite dramatic at times. It's kind of scary and frightening because it's one of those situations where when abuse happens in a relationship, the person who is the perpetrator is sometimes always, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I don't know what got into me, blah, 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 blah. But clearly in this movie, Lily saw red flags that just did not sit well with her. So as the movie goes on, you get to see how their relationship, Lily Bloom and her boyfriend, their relationship, how you see a controlling mechanism going on, and you see a person who is, there's jealousy, and there's a lack of trust, and a little bit of dishonesty. So in these flashbacks that occur in the movie, you see how the relationship with Lily's high school boyfriend, you get a little bit of background on him and his circumstances. You see the home environment between Lily and her mom and the things that she witnessed in her own home. And when the movie begins, I'll backtrack just a bit. When the movie begins, she's home actually to prepare for her father's funeral. And so that situation right there gives you some insight into their relationship, father and daughter, father and mother, father and her boyfriend from high school. All of these pieces kind of come together at the end of the movie or throughout the movie. And then at the end, you see how people's lives have changed drastically because of this one relationship between Lily and her boyfriend. So I enjoyed the movie. I mean, it might sound strange to say I enjoyed a movie that had, physical violence in it, but I thought it was well done, a very attractive cast. This movie was actually an adaptation from the novel by Colleen Hoover. I believe that's her last name. I want to make sure I got that right. But They are not the same. So the book and the movie are not the same. And I think people who've read the book are kind of, hoping that it's going to match. And from what I'm told, it does not. So I wasn't missing out on anything in that regard. So yes, the novelist's name is Colleen Hoover, who this film is an adaptation of. So there you have it. It ends with us in theaters right now. All right, folks, I'm going to jump into my Nailed It. And my Nailed It for this week is one of my favorite movies, Seven. Star Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, and Kevin Spacey. And the scene, we know that Kevin Spacey's character was a total nut in this movie, but the scene at the end when Brad Pitt just wanted to know what's in the box, what's in the box. And when I can tell you, when I saw this movie, Brad Pitt is like, what's in the box? What's in the box? And I'm like, what could be in the box? The box is just this big. What's the deal? I mean, Kevin Spacey played that role to the hilt. And Brad Pitt, the two of them playing off each other in that last few minutes of that movie. And then Morgan Freeman just standing there trying to keep everybody calm, cool, and collected. When Brad Pitt opened that box, I was done. I think I probably screamed in the movie. So that is my Nailed It for this week. Movie 7. And that scene. What's in the box? What's in the box? All right, folks, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button. And remember, we are available on every podcast platform in the universe. Just type in, have you seen it with Denise? And there I will be. Okay, moviegoers, you know what to do. Until next week, I need you to see a movie because I'm going to see a movie. Until next week, bye-bye.